This video might be in the stage of idea collection where you're doing the research and you're doing the due diligence, which we've taught to do, especially we live in a day and age where there's so much information that we need to consistently go find the right information. And it's kind of hard to shift through all of the information and to know what's out there. But then at the same time, on the same inverse flip side of the coin, the double-edged sword that comes with that is everything out there is made super insanely dopamine driven. We live in a place in a day and age where there is dopamine everywhere. Everybody's trying to capture your attention. Attention is the new oil. And with that being said, people are getting smarter. People are getting more intelligent. Colors are getting more vibrant on YouTube or on social medias. And everybody is psychologically trying to take over your mind so that way you do what they want you to do. Whether it be just to spend time with them, to spend more time so they make more ad revenue, to watch their material so then you end up buying their products, or to capture your attention so that you have whatever belief that serves them and the mindset that they're trying to curate for you. So in a way, right now, you're being pulled in every single direction. And the issue is once you get pulled over here and you're in this due diligence phase and you get pulled over here and to here and to here. And there, on the flip side of the, on the same side of the coin, there is, there's kind of become two groups amidst all of this, which is you have the people that are extremely, I would say you have three points here. It's like a bell curve. So on one side of the bell curve, you have the people that are not very intelligent, where they believe anything that they see and they do anything that they see that is out there and they take action on anything that they see. And then on the flip side of the coin, you have the people that are extremely high intelligence and they do the exact same thing. They don't really think too much and then they just go and do because they know that they'll figure everything out. And then in the middle, which is 80%, 90% of people, they're stuck on that kind of the consequence of having this bell curve, which is the fact of there is so much information out there and then they kind of get immobilized in action. They're not necessarily 200 IQ smart or whatever the IQ score goes to, but they're also not dumb either. And so it becomes very conflicting when you're at this point. And if you don't have a resonance, if you haven't been taught the knowledge to know what is good and what is not good, and have not developed this skill set of understanding what is right from wrong and what is just someone trying to sell you some shit, it becomes very conflicting as a viewer, as a consumer, of trying to become somebody who is greater, is trying to make money online, is making $10,000 a month, is quitting their job, is building a business, is changing their life and becoming a greater version of themselves. It feels like everybody is pulling in different directions. Now, here's the thing. I think a lot of people have good intentions. I think, I don't think there's that many people that have bad intentions that are trying to lead you astray so they can just take all your money and disappear with it. I think there's times where people have good intentions and they just don't know how to execute the fulfillment of whatever it is that they're selling. I think that happens a lot. But I think far superior more times than not, I think people want to generally leave more good than bad. At least on social media, I think there's a lot of people that just want to leave the world a better place. I don't think there's too many crazy, I like to believe at least that there's not that many crazy people that want to steal from you. And in fact, I think more people want to leave good than bad overall, generally. And I think the real enemy that we have is these big, huge, conglomerate of governments and people that are in charge of things and politicians and stuff, and them having an agenda to look better or to level up their life, but it's selfishly robbing away from all these other things. And I think there's a lot of agendas at play. I think everybody's selfishly trying to do something in a way, when it comes to greater and greater scales. But I would say generally when it comes to social media, or at least everybody that's kind of become this self-made person and they worked hard for what they had and through a capitalistic mentality, I think most of those people are pretty good. I think they work hard and they want other people that are working hard to have the shortcuts so then they can help other people. I genuinely just believe there's a positive connotation. So with that being said, we live in a day and age where it's conflicting. Like I said, there's all this different information out there. And what I will give you is the narrative of the new rich. The new rich, that is the people that are capitalizing on this digital opportunity that we live in. The new rich that is taking advantage of these distribution platforms that we have of Amazon and YouTube and TikTok and all these places that anybody can get started with. You don't have to have $1 billion to get started. Maybe just a few grand, maybe $10,000, $20,000, and you can get started. And what I'm going to tell with you guys inside of here, what the new rich do versus the people that have the same opportunities and the same things that are in front of them, but don't get the same result, and where that gap is and what you guys are missing inside of here. Because I get it. I used to be just like you watching this video. I was, there's like all this information. I think like everyone's scamming. I think there's like all sorts of like, bullshit and all sorts of stuff going on. But from me being on the other side of that wall in the rooms with these people where we talk about, how to make more money and how to get even more successful and how to get more rich. Honestly, on that side, it's just like, I think everyone has really good intentions. I think it's just some people have skill deficiencies, and what's the word that everyone says right now? They have skill issue, and they don't know how to like actually deliver on what they say they are. They kind of, it's like giving a fucking toddler a sniper rifle, and they know how to pull the trigger, but they don't, like, it's kind of hard sometimes to know which direction, who's the good guy and who's the bad guy, or the right direction to fire the sniper rifle, because we've all been given extremely powerful tools and we haven't really been trained on how to use these tools. And so what I will say is the people that are the new rich is there is a completely different frequency or a different mindset from the people that struggle to kind of break past and get through that. And like I was talking about the bell curve earlier, the people that are on the low IQ and the high IQ, they understand one thing, which is if there's a vehicle to take me from where I am and getting to me where I'm going, like, so you got this, there's this vehicle, this green McLaren, and you see this green McLaren sitting there, and you know that this thing is fast and I can get you there, let's jump into it. We don't think too much of, does it work? Is there keys inside of the car? How do you start the car? How do you shut the doors? How do you open the doors? We don't think about that. You're just like, oh, there's a vehicle there that will take us to where we're going. And, there's lots of different beautiful vehicles. There's like Lamborghinis and there's McLarens. Don't ask me why I have these for the analogy for the video. And here, even better, one sec. This is perfect for the analogies. So we know that there are vehicles out there that will take us to where we want to go. And so what we are looking for is the shiny objects and the end result of getting rich. And we are looking for vehicles that are out there, and we are ignorant to anything else. We're not thinking, does the car work? Can we even drive the car? Is it even possible? The people that are extremely intelligent and the people that are really dumb, we just see vehicle, let's jump into it, see if it works. Then over time, we know, like at least the smart people know that, okay, if you get in and it doesn't work, okay, how do I find another vehicle that can work or something like that? Or just knowing that you're going to learn through failure. And a lot of times it's like, okay, I got this vehicle, it doesn't work. I'm going to figure out how to make it work. Oh, it's missing a transmission. Okay, I'm going to go find a transmission, throw it into this thing. I'm going to make the decision right. I'm not focused on making the right decision. I'm focused on making the decision right and making sure that this car works. And I'm making sure that it gets me to where I am going. And so what we need to do is, for those of us that are that, like, and then the dumb people, what they do is they're just like, oh, it doesn't work. Okay, they end up finding out the same way as the smart people that they're like, oh, like, okay, let me try this. And they just don't give up. They just like think, they're just like, oh, it's a McLaren. I'm eventually going to make this McLaren work, or this vehicle. When I'm saying vehicles, I'm talking about business models or opportunities to make money, is what I'm saying. And so what they do is they jump from opportunity to opportunity, or try out different vehicles, and they try out different things all the time. And eventually they get something to work. And eventually they get a bunch of these things. And in that process of trying, like, just not thinking about it, you learn. And through that learning experience, you're like, oh, okay, cool, we'll get this better. The issue is the average person, they see this thing, they're like, oh, I don't know, it's nice. Like, they see this green thing, and then they're like, oh, I can't have that. It's like, that's not for me. Only like special people or lucky people or rich people can drive these things or whatever. Like, only people like of this situation or this race, or because they were grown into this family, or because they had a better start than I did, I can't get into this vehicle and use this vehicle. Or then they're skeptical. They see it and they're just like, I don't know, like, does it actually work? Like, is it possible? Like, can I get into it? Can I drive? I can't drive a car. Like, I can't. Like, these are the beliefs, as stupid as this analogy is, these are the beliefs that you were having and why you were not rich right now. It's because you're like, oh, you think too much. You think too much. Now, I get it. Losing money sucks. Running out of money sucks. I have all sorts of stuff on this. Not having the pesos sucks. When you only had like barely enough to rub 2 freaking pesos together, that's not good. That's no bueno. Es mal. Pero. But the thing is, my Spanish is not the best. You guys are going to laugh at my accent with it. But with that being said, the worst thing that happens is that you, like, what you realize for the dumb people and the smart people is the worst thing that can happen is that you run out of money. Oh, well. Run out of money, guess what? There's more money out there. That's one thing that we don't lack in this world is money. There's actually $500 million being printed every single day. Like, have you guys ever looked that up? Like, you ever thought, like, how much money is being printed? Let's see. How much money is printed in U.S.? Just in the U.S. alone, I can't even spell on here. Just in the U.S. alone, there is, 300 were printed. Let me see. A month. Yeah, let's see it. For some reason, I can't find it right now. How much money does a Fed print in a month? I'm seeing like 15 billion. Yeah, like a lot of people are saying like 15 billion. But anyways, there's a lot of money. Like regardless, there's like billions of dollars being printed every single month. A lot of money being printed over and over and over again. And so for you to run out of money, it's not a big deal. There's more of it. There's so much of it out there. Like if you really look around, like if you go outside, even if you live in the most impoverished neighborhoods, you walk outside, you see money everywhere. It's just, do you see it though? Do you like actually see it? I mean, like go outside. Literally, like probably just this one piece of drywall alone. Like I don't know how much drywall is worth, but like this is money right here. There's money right there. Like there's money. Like this house is money. Like every single house. So as soon as you go outside your neighborhood or look around, every single one of those is worth money. And especially like here in California, every single house is like millions of dollars, if not multiple millions of dollars in some places. And they're everywhere. There's money everywhere. And especially cars. If you see cars, like every car at one point in time was at least 30 grand. Somebody was buying these things. Somebody like bought these cars. There's money everywhere. So that's one thing that's not lacking. So the worst case scenario that the dumb people or the high IQ people realize is that like the extremely high IQ, I'm not talking about like high IQ, like you can get a college degree. I'm talking about high IQ, like people that really understand shit. The extremely smart people in the world, the Bill Gates, you know, the extremely high intelligence people, the Warren Buffetts. But what they realize is that worst thing that happens is they fail and they get to try again. They view failure as the vehicle. Failure is the lesson. The McLaren is the vehicle is failure. And the more that you fail and the faster that you fail, the faster that you get to more of these things right here. And so what you are lacking and what the new rich do is they don't think is the thing. Or they think, but they just realize it's just easier to just take action and you learn through lesson and learn through feedback loops and learn through other people's failures than sitting there and do nothing. Because a car in park does nothing. But a car that's driving, we can turn it. We can turn it different directions. You can't turn a car that's in park. You could literally just sit here and turn the wheels all day. Like you can turn left, right, right. Nothing's going to happen. You got to put the car in drive and you got to start moving, or at least put it in neutral and roll it down a hill. Some of us, we just push the car. At a certain point, we're like, we found a vehicle, let's just push this thing and get it to where we were going. And so what you're lacking, what the new rich are doing that you are not doing, is they are finding something, they're getting enough information to be informed, and they're taking action. And so what the goal is you want to find this gap. It's between 30 and 70%. 30% to 70% information gathering is good enough. You never want to try to get to 100% certainty that something is the right direction. You do want to be 100% certainty into yourself and that you'll figure shit out, but you never want to be 100% certain into like a decision. You want to always be 30 to 70% good enough, A-okay, check the box, let's fucking do this decision and let's move forward. Or let's not do it because with this information we have, like if there's more good things pointing towards this than bad things, good enough, let's move forward, let's not take too long. Because the issue is if we take too long, if we try to go from 70 to 100% or whatever, 30 to 100%, it's going to take too long. You're going to know too much. You're going to have too much information. You haven't developed action bias. You haven't been moving. The car's been in park. And by then the car's rusted and it's all like, it's not good enough. Like, or someone else just jumped in and they took the vehicle. And so what you need to do is if you have enough information or enough confirmation bias at a certain point, you just need to run with the thing. That's what I did. And how much money have I lost? Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. Like I've lost a lot of money. How much have I made? More than that. And that sometimes is good enough. It's just like I've made more, like I've won more than I've had enough big wins that outweigh the volume of the losses that I've had. And that's just how it works. Most investors, people that are like private equity or angel investors and stuff, their objective is finding enough opportunities to invest into, knowing damn well that like 80, 90% of them are going to fail, but those 10% outweigh any of the failures that you actually have. And so that is the same exact thing for opportunities in the position that you're in now. If you find a business that works, just go for it. Go try it. It may be like the worst business model for you to get started, but at least now you know from firsthand experience. At least now you have a better idea of whether or not this thing works because you've actually tried. And because now that you've actually tried, you know whether or not it's a good opportunity from firsthand experience. And so the thing that the new rich realize is you can set up a YouTube channel again. Like if your YouTube channel gets deleted, if this channel gets deleted, cool, and just set up another one. It's the fucking internet. Andrew Tate got like banned from social media. I see him like every day on social media. It's like the guy never disappeared. Why? Because you can't delete somebody. The only way you delete somebody is if they like quit making content. It's the internet. It's not like you had a building burn down and then now all the land disappeared or anything like that. It's like, it's the internet. You literally just set up another YouTube channel. You have an e-commerce store. As soon as the e-commerce store goes away, my friends that do e-commerce, they just go set up another e-commerce store. Like, that's it. Maybe they have to go buy a VPN or something like that, but that's it. You just go set up another one. It's the internet. like it's all freaking in the cloud and shit. It's in the air. It's in the internet. It's not like it's actual physical. Now, what's cool is this stuff in the internet, it actually pays like real money. It actually pays big bucks is what's insanity. You can buy McLarens and Aventadors, and as you can see, I'm loaded. I have everything that you could ever need in life. I'm set. Aventadors and whatever Mini Auto, whatever this is, like whatever car this Lamborghini this is. But anyways, so with that being said, you know what to do. Like ultimately, you know what to do. If you're watching this video, you have enough market sophistication to understand that there are you are solution aware. And what that means, if you're solution aware, for layman's terms, you know that there's opportunities to make money. You know people are making money with TikTok. You know people are making money with whatever the hell, like YouTube or Amazon or Shopify. You have enough information. I have friends in each one of those that are making millions of dollars a month. They all work. I know people that are rich as fuck with all of them. So what you have to do now at this point is you need to take action with the information that you now have. You just need to go do the work. That's it. That's it. Just go find one tutorial on YouTube or something, or go buy someone's course or program or mentorship. Just do what they tell you to do. That's it.